This little area is hopefully about to become a powerhouse growing area. The plan is to take this 24 square foot of space right here and grow as much food as possible in this little space, which means we're gonna have to go vertical. I'm gonna share more about the setup and price of everything that I'm about to do, but I only have one day to do it all, so we better get started. I'm carrying this 12-foot piece of wood, and let me show you what the dogs are doing. Waiting for me to kick the soccer ball. They said, I don't care what you're holding. Something's been eating that one. I am not kidding when I say the strawberries are trying to take over our land. Oh my god. That's so good. We brought 2 green socks with us when we moved from our old house, but since then we've acquired 3 more, and they've kind of been sprinkled all over the land. You can see a lot of them are right here waiting for their next home. But we've grown in them every single year while we've been here. And I built these little platforms for them. Oh gosh, it's so heavy. Because our land is not level, and it's very important to green stalk success to have a level surface for it to sit on. So I figured instead of having a bunch of these little platforms for each individual green stalk, that I would build one for all of them. This is crazy, but that is perfectly level that way on that back side. So I'm going to level everything to that because that's not level at all. It was level. Just double check that it's still level. Yeah. Gonna do the thing. And it looks nice enough. That is so tall. I like that color. I'm trying to convince Casey that we should mix all our green stalks up and do something like this instead of just having columns of color, which there's nothing wrong with that. But she's not feeling it.
Well, I don't know.
She's undecided.
I don't know what would. I do like all these colors together.
I do too.
But I don't know. It hurts me a little bit. But then also, it's like, is it going to be any better with a column of green and a column of blue?
Yeah, that's what in terms of design, not that this is so necessary, but I don't love just having like a stripe of green, blue, two different terracotta-y tan colors. And I just figured if you mix them all together, then all four of them will look the same, basically.
Well, they'll be a little different.
They'll be different, but they'll be
Same.
Yeah. It'll be like a square of mixed up colors. I don't know.
Yeah. I guess it kind of goes with the
Greenhouse?
greenhouse, which is good.
Yeah. It's not too clashy.
Yeah, it does need to be sprayed down.
We're definitely going to make a decision in this video, but you can go ahead and tell us what you would do.
I'm sure you will.
The green stalk deck is done. Also, I feel like you can't tell on camera how long this is, but it's 12 feet long. So, very long. done. Spread it out. Here instead of like carrying soil over there.
Yeah.
That's just gonna replace the one over there.
When you're setting these up, these spots right here, these little things, there's a little tab right there. It needs to be, these 2 feet need to be over here, and then that tab needs to be on the outside. This, the bottom layer needs to fit inside of here.
You don't look at this and you can't see that tab that Casey was just showing you. Sometimes that will be like in the sky, or it will be behind this green thing, and that's wrong. You need them to be seated right together. It makes sense when you're setting it up, but we have made the mistake a million times where we go to set one up and then we're like, why does it feel like it's not, it's like kind of leaning? It's because somewhere along the way we didn't make sure every single one of these was clicked together, because they do kind of click together. So don't make the mistakes we did and have to unassemble your tower. Just check every single layer. It's not going in. Here. Sometimes it's like this bottom one has soil in it.
We're going to talk about that.
This is the thing that waters every layer. So you put one of these in between each of these, and it has little holes in it, and that's where the water drips into each pocket. So you want to line the pocket and the hole up before you put that on so that it waters the right thing. See? Yeah. Dirty fingernails.
I think you can almost see through it.
Oh my god. We're getting ready to plant our green stalks. First, Casey is cleaning them off. What's good about the green stalks is you can plant almost anything in there, especially the original planter, because of the depth of each little pocket. You can plant literally almost anything. We've grown tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and carrots. They've all done great. They have the leaf planter, which we have one of, and we ran out of soil, so it's not filled right now. But you can do things like lettuce in there, flowers, You can do a lot of stuff in there. It's just you'll have to water a lot more. The amount of food that you can grow in this space that we have just planted is the equivalent of 5 4x8 garden beds. So you would need 160 square feet to do this in a traditional raised bed when we're only using 24 square feet. I spent less than $100 on the building materials for the deck. And if you already have a deck or a back porch, you wouldn't need to build this. As long as you have something very level, and I don't mean like, oh, my yard is like pretty level. I mean like flat and level, hard surface, then you can just put your GreenStalk right on top of that. GreenStalk is having their biggest sale of the year right now for Mother's Day, which means that their 5-tier original planter is on sale, and you can use our discount code HeyWanderer for $10 off, which means you can get that original planter for just under $100 right now. So to build something just like we have right now, it would cost about $650. And I know that can sound like a lot of money. This will last for years and years to come. Also, some people just have smaller spaces. Obviously, we have acres and we have room to plant garden beds, but this is a very simple and fast way to have 160 square foot of growing space ready to go. And we didn't really have to even build anything, obviously the platform, but the GreenStalks themselves are just assembly. In our 4 original planters, I think we're going to plant all bush beans because we loathe growing bush beans on the ground and having to crawl around and look for them. And if you want to grow green ones, they blend in so well and it's hard to find them, and then you find them and they're way too big. So we're going to build those up and hopefully grow enough to where we can a year's worth of green beans just from these GreenStalks. We'll leave the leaf planter for lettuce or anything else we want to grow that isn't beans in the GreenStalk. We have a lot of seedlings that are ready to go in there, so TBD what will be in that one. Change of plans. I was doing some research and calculations about how many bean plants we would need if we wanted to can a year's worth of beans, but actually 2 years for 2 people. And we would not need 4 GreenStalks of beans. That's for sure. So what we're gonna do is put 2 beans per pocket in 2 of these. And then Casey's already taking some of our seedlings that we grew and planting this one up. I think we're gonna do cucumbers and basil in there. And I'm sure there will be room left over, so I don't know. And then I'm gonna plant some carrot seeds in the other one. Are you so happy to be putting this stuff in here?
I am very happy. I've been itching to get this stuff going. If you're wondering how we're going to do cucumbers, they have these little plant supports. So you could actually grow tomatoes in here as well. What happened to my thing?
You put it on the side over there. You like, oh, right here. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. This is a new accessory for GreenStalk, and they sent us some, and I'm very excited because a big problem we have is that the little water reservoir at the top gets debris in it, and then the holes get clogged up. It's really annoying. This will go on the top, and then this opens, and that's where you put your water in. They have another version that is for if you have their watering system, and the reason we went with these is because we want to be able to spin ours. Every time we water, I'm sure we will spin it so that each side is getting sun equally. Very excited to have these and the spinners.
These do need to be watered just about every day.
In the summer.
In the summer. And they also need to have nutrients added. Again, like if you're growing in the ground or in a raised bed, you could put your compost in for a year and that would be it. But you do need to kind of be supplementing it because, again, you're growing a lot in a very small space. But if you just do those 2 things, you really should have a lot of success. And if watering is an issue, like if you live in a really dry place, they do have like automatic watering systems that you can hook up. So that's something to look into. We like adding fish fertilizer. I like adding like liquid fertilizer because you can just pour that in with the water. I mean, you can put a little bit of fertilizer in each pocket too if you want to.
Good thing we have lids, because this is actually what happens a lot. Things
Yes.
just get left in the
Yes,
things.
I will be looking everywhere for something, and it's because I've put my digger or whatever in there. If accessibility is an issue, or if you know, someone can't bend over that much, or you know, you're just getting older, your body's not moving, this is like such a delight. I actually love planting in these things, even though we have space, because I can just stand right here, turn, and just like I'm planting and I'm just standing up. I mean, I'm gonna have to bend over to get down to that bottom one, but it's amazing.
And when you harvest, you just stand up
You just stand up.
for the most part.
Like if I could, I would build garden beds like right here. You know, if you could afford to have that much soil, because bending over is not cool.